thought about it.
No applause coming into this one.
I didn't feel like it.
All right.
Go ahead.
All right, y'all. Welcome back to another episode of Like Mother, Like Son. The conversation that you didn't know you needed.
I feel like doing that one.
But we bringing it to you any motherfucking way. So I was like, we need to do a podcast. Because how long has it been? Like 2 weeks? Just a week? Okay. Anyway, so
A couple days.
I went and got my car serviced. And I ended up getting 3 months of satellite radio for free. I normally don't listen to the radio, but since they was giving it to me for free, I figured why the fuck not. So what I listen to when I listen to satellite radio is channel 96, which is Laugh Out Loud Radio, which is Kevin Hart's station. So in the afternoons, I believe it starts at 3 or 4. Kevin Hart does what's called Straight from the Heart with him and his crew, which they are called the Plastic Cup Boys. So I've been listening to it ever since this George Floyd murder. I'm calling it a murder.
That's what it is.
Lynching happened. And some of the stuff that him and his guys are saying, I totally agree with. Some of the stuff that they saying, I don't agree with. And then also, you know, what having to do with the protests and the civil unrest throughout the world, because it is throughout the world now. It is not throughout the country. This is happening all over the world in other countries. So I felt the need to kind of talk about it on this platform. And I wanted to have the conversation with my son, which that's what we do, because I had a conversation with my brother about voting and some of the things that he missed out on, being a young person of color, where there were some things that might have been that were on the ballot that he didn't think was important, or he didn't want to read through all the different measures. And it affected him, not in a huge way, but it affected him, especially men or people of his age group. So not just black men, not just black women, but younger people of that age group. This was about, we're going to say about almost 30 years ago, because he's almost 50. So, yeah. So I'm going to start this off by saying this. Murdering black people is not new. This has been happening for centuries. Since Africans were brought to this country for the specific purpose of ownership as slaves, murder, lynching of black people is nothing new. It is not. The difference is that instead of everybody taking their kids, the white people, I'm going to say the white people, taking their kids to the town square to watch people get hanged or lynched, and somebody having to take a picture and develop it in order to pass it out amongst everybody, it's just happening on social media. That's the only difference, is the way that the news is conveyed. And because now you have these 24-hour news channels that can get it out as well. Right? So that is the only difference. There's no difference between it happening when Africans first got brought here throughout the, 19 teens, the 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000s, 2020. There's nothing different about it. Murder is murder is murder. It is still, I call it a modern day lynching. Nothing is different. I'm going to tell you the only thing that I see that is different is now, and y'all gonna be mad at me for saying this, but I'm gonna say, for me, I feel like this rioting and looting and all that shit, to me, I feel like this is the era of the crack baby. This is the era of the Molly baby. They don't give a fuck. So the protest people, yes, you're protesting because there is an injustice, right? However, on the flip side of that, how many protests do you actually do before you get mad and say enough is enough is enough is enough? But at the same time, I feel like don't take advantage of the protest to riot and loot. If you want to riot and loot. But don't take advantage of a protest movement or something that's supposed to be a civil movement to do damage, to bring violence, because that doesn't help your cause. What that does is give white people more cause, i.e. President Trump, to bring in the National Guard and whatever else armed services they feel like is necessary to take care of the agenda that has been here since we got here, since we were brought here, which is to eradicate black people. They brought the African people here to do the work, to be bought and sold as property. But once they figured out that black people that African people actually were intelligent, then they had to figure out a way to keep you subservient. Then they had to figure out a way to keep you scared with the lynching and all that kind of stuff. Now, I will say that these 24-hour news channels are doing the same thing that the pictures and the flyers and the propaganda did back when they was actually lynching people on trees, which is to spread and keep fear amongst the communities. Because on not one of these 24-hour news channels or any other news channel are you offering a solution to the problem. You're spreading fear. The same thing that Trump is doing. I listened to something that he was talking. You are spreading fear. We're going to bring in the National Guard. And if the governors of these states don't want the National Guard in their states, then I'm just going to bring in the military. Spreading fear. Not once did you say, oh, well, we need to go on and do some shit from the law enforcement from the top down. Young people, vote. I cannot stress that enough. You think the shit does not affect you. What's happening right now is because young people don't vote. Most of the young people that I know don't want to go to school. They don't want to get educated. They don't want to know what laws apply to them, what laws they can take advantage of. Vote. If you don't want to be a politician, vote for the politician that you like. If you think that you cannot vote because you have a felony, think again. If you have done all your time, if you are no longer on parole, no longer on probation, your restitution is paid, you need to get your voting rights reinstated. You can vote. The people that are on the ballot that look like you, that are from a neighborhood that you might have grown up in, even if they don't look like you, if they have the same ideas that you have, and it's a local constituent that you have access to, that you can reach out and touch, i.e. Leslie Simmons, get your ass out there and vote. Vote in the people that you want to see as a district attorney. Vote in the people that you want to see as judges and sheriffs of the sheriff of Sacramento County or the county that you live in. Vote. That's how this civil unrest is not how you're going to change things. You do things out of anger, but the consequences of the things that you do out of that anger are not helping you. The only thing that that's going to do in the end is to shut your city down like they doing now with this curfew shit, bringing in the National Guard, bringing in the military, and furthering the agenda of eradicating black people. And now they have a reason to do it because you are breaking the law. I am scared for my son when he walk out the door. We went to the park last night and went walking and jogging. He was running and jogging. I was mostly walking and jogging. I was trying to make sure that I saw him at least in different points during our run. And I thought he had left and I kind of got nervous. And the reason that I got nervous is because when this man goes outside to go run and or jog, mind you, it's dark outside. And he has on a black sweatsuit with a hood on and a face mask on that covers all of his face up to here and headphones on. So even though he has on headphones and he's running, we live in an area where it's not a lot of black people. So there could have been somebody at that park that thought that he was doing something else because of the way he was dressed, even though he was running around the park. When I couldn't see him, when I didn't have eyes on him, I got nervous.
Is that why you called me?
Yes. Where the fuck are you?
Because it stopped as if it was an accidental call.
No, it was not an accidental call, but I knew that you really couldn't answer me because you're running and all you got on is the headphones and there is no speaker in those headphones, I don't think, when your cord is not connected. But I don't know.
Well, I answered and I tried to put it on speaker, but
and the other reason that I got kind of nervous was because this was your first time running in that sauna suit and it was warm outside and I didn't want you to pass out and I not know where the fuck you are. But the main reason why I was trying to find out where you were is because you're a young black man in a predominantly white, Asian, Middle Eastern neighborhood, all black, after dark, hoodie on, the fucking ski mask thing on your head, on your face covered. Yes. The vest, which kind of looks like almost like a bulletproof or a tactical vest. I got nervous. Where are you? I don't have eyes on you. Where are you? The other thing that bothers me about this is when the riot and looting takes place, it is usually happening where we shop. You shop at Walmart. You shop at Target. You shop at, whatever store it is. You shop there. You shop at Sam's Club. Why where you shop? Why where you live? Now, while I don't condone it, I will say that what I heard and talking to my best friend that lives in Hayward, the people in the Bay Area went to the affluent parts of town, downtown San Francisco, where you have all these designer stores, Chanel, Goyard, Burberry, you name it. They got it. Gucci, all of that. They went to San Leandro. Now, even though San Leandro is right down the street from Oakland, it is a more affluent part of the Bay Area. Don't go to your local Walmart and loot and riot and you have nowhere to shop. Don't go to your local Target and loot and riot and now you have nowhere to shop. Your local Walgreens, your local CVS. You think about the fact that your grandparent or your great grandparent who may or have any type of a condition, medical condition, is now can't get their medicine from the pharmacy because you didn't loot it and riot the fucking store where they get their prescriptions filled. You're not helping by doing that. You're not.
I didn't understand that. I tweeted that. I was like, seeing George Floyd be murdered didn't make me want to go steal for myself.
Exactly.
Made me want to change, of course, yeah.
Exactly.
Made me want to,
But how do you bring about change? Vote. Vote in your district attorney. Vote in your sheriff of your county.
Do you think that my thing with voting is the way that they have control over everything? They have control of the way that they've been sharing the videos in the media. Like they haven't been the full videos. Mm-hmm. Like they'll cut it off right when the shit happens.
They cut off enough to instill fear.
So
they show you to instill fear. To incite.
No. I'm saying like they'll cut off a video without showing the rest of it to show one side of it, maybe, or whatever. Just with that being said, they have control. Period. So who's to say that if you do vote, this shit's still not gonna go in their favor because it's theirs. If you had an opinion, right? You like, I want to either wear these blue jeans or these black jeans, and you ask like some homies and shit. Boom, you ask like 5 homies. 3 of the 5 say black jeans. 2 of the 5 say blue jeans. there's 3 out of 5. That's majority, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you still go with the blue jeans. Because it's still your decision at the end of the day.
Right.
This is my closet. These are my clothes. This is what I want to wear.
Right.
So, yeah, I might have wanted the opinion, but I'm going to still do what I want to do.
So you're comparing voting to give an opinion about clothes.
Yeah, because it's the same. It's just, I feel like it could be the same thing as in, so, yeah, we want y'all to vote to make y'all feel like y'all like are. But at the end of the day, we have control and we're going to do what we feel.
And I'm going to tell you what changes that. What changes that is doing away with the antiquated electoral college.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, and that's the thing that can keep it. How
is
do you
antiquated? And
how
it
do
needs
you
to be done away with.
Yeah, how? Because voting is not gonna like get that out.
By putting people in your local offices, your local constituents that can help you. You want to say, you know what? How do we do something like that? How do we go about getting the electoral college ousted because it's antiquated?
So start local.
Start local. You have to start local.
So what does that journey look like? Starting local, and then what? They eventually become a senator, and then they eventually become a governor, and then they eventually become.
We got a regular motherfucker as a president.
Yeah, but he's
so
white.
So anything could happen.
But he's white.
But he a regular motherfucker.
And he was already a millionaire.
Now I'm gonna say this, and a lot of people ain't gonna like this. I don't care for Trump. I don't care for his politics because he has none. I don't care for his policy because he knows nothing about policy. Trump says whatever is on his mind. He don't give a fuck if you like it, if you don't like it. He say what's on his mind. Because in his mind, I'm sure he's thinking, I can say what I want to say and these motherfuckers is going to clean it up. So what does it matter what comes out of my mouth? Who cares? I'm going to say what I want to say. Because that's how I feel. And all the stuff that I hear is, oh, we don't want a woman president because women are emotional and they go off of emotions. You can't tell me that this motherfucker Trump ain't going out here off his feelings. He in his feelings all the time.
I feel like that shit don't matter. Like what do you have to lose at this point?
Right.
Put a woman in there. Fuck it.
Why not?
Y'all probably do better. Honestly.
I feel like in some aspects, women can be a little more logical in understanding the roots of things and working from the root to the
root to the exactly. Is what's his face having Kamala Harris as his VP?
I don't know. I heard that everybody is saying that's a good idea. That's a good idea. That's a good idea. And I know she endorsed him, but I don't know if he's going to actually choose her as a running mate. I don't think that has happened yet. I'm going to say yet, but it has not happened. So I don't know. But I'm just saying, and we have to stop killing each other. You have to have respect for one another. Nobody is going to have respect for you if you don't have respect for yourself.
That's where it starts. When Reese came over the other day, that was the first thing. Actually, he had hit me before he had even came over. He had hit me and was just like, bro, that tweet that you just tweeted, that shit was spot on. And I asked him, like, of course, which one? And he was like, about having to worry about blacks killing us.
Yeah.
So the tweet
you have to respect yourself.
The tweet that I put said, being a black man, you gotta worry about blacks killing you. You gotta worry about whites killing you. And you gotta worry about cops killing you. It's a lot. It's a lot to worry about.
And so something that I heard on the Straight from the Heart today, one of the not Kevin Hart, but one of the other guys was saying how he thinks,
their names.
I don't know his name. It doesn't even matter. I don't care what his name is. It doesn't matter at this point. But he was saying how he thinks that that the KKK is less prevalent today. And one of the other guys said it's not less prevalent. They're just not in sheets. They're on your police force. They're in your sheriff's department. They're your politicians. They're on your city council. They're in your county supervisor. They're your county supervisors.
Yeah.
It's not less prevalent. They just don't wear the sheets no more.
Yeah.
Because now they don't have to wear the sheets because they are in offices where they can do shit.
I was like,
they're your prosecutors. They're your district attorneys. They're your judges.
The image of the Ku Klux Klan is less prevalent. The agenda of the Ku Klux Klan is very much
the members
still here.
Are very much still here.
Yeah.
Card carrying KKK members.
Obviously, the mayor
are very much here.
I just said the image isn't here, but the agenda is. So of course, the members are.
So, and then something else. One of the young men said, I think it was last week when I was listening, and he was like, "Well, we need to know our rights. Knowing your rights is not going to stop somebody from killing you. If somebody got their foot on your neck, is you supposed to say, I know my rights? He don't give a fuck if you know your rights or fucking not. Obviously. That does not matter. And I think I want to say it might have been Kevin Hart or it might have been, what's his name? I think it was the Spanky dude. Was like, Philando Castile knew his rights. He was telling the officer, I have a weapon and I have a carry permit. Let me get it. And he still got shot. So you can know your fucking rights. It doesn't matter whether you know your rights or not. That shit is out the window when they feel like they're in the right to kill you, to murder you, to lynch you in plain sight in front of everybody on the street.
We're like, oh, here's a conspiracy theory that I would love for all your followers to understand is that when I say fuck the police, I mean that shit. And when I say that, what I mean when I say that, because some people are like, oh, well, you know, my cousin or so-and-so, you know, they're a police officer and they're a great person and, you know, what have you. Like, listen, great on them. Encourage them to find a new career. Right. And the reason why I say that is because police, the police force, please understand history and to know that the police force was only created once the slaves were freed and they needed to protect white people and white property. For the longest time, white people have not been scared of us getting freedom. They've been scared of us wanting revenge on 400 years of all this stuff. So you got these thin-skinned racist folks behind the badge. And they've always been behind the badge. And you've had the KKK behind the badge. So when you got some young black boy dreaming about one day becoming a cop and getting into the system and changing the system.
No.
We have got to educate our people more to understand what a system is. So that you understand. I understand it sounds nice that you want to get in there and do different and change things, but this is a system, sweetie. It was made before you were here, and it will continue to go on well after you are gone. So as much as you want to be in the police force and do these things, you can see how many of these good cops are calling out the bad ones.
Right.
That's what she was saying.
So my thing is, you can go and be a police officer all you want to. Guess what? The very second that you attempt to go against your brothers in blue, the biggest gang in America, they're not fucking with you. You're going to be blackballed. Ain't nobody going to work with you. Ain't nobody going to want to do a beat with you. You're not going to get promoted to detective. You damn sure ain't going to get promoted to a chief or a captain or any fucking thing else. The minute that you attempt to go against the grain and do the right thing and call out the wrong thing, when you a black person in a predominantly majority white establishment, no way. No way. Try it. See how it work out for you. Try it. But this whole riot and looting thing is the wrong way to go. Anger is anger. I understand it. Find a different way to process it. If that's what you choose to do, don't do it where you live. Don't do it at the corner store that you go home, that you visit before you go home for the night. Don't do that. Don't do it at the fucking 7-Eleven down the street from your home, or the fucking Circle K where you go to buy your blunts before you go head in. Don't do that. What is the point of that? Now you got to go way out your neighborhood to try to go get something that you need that may not even carry it because they in the white side of town or they in the affluent side of town and they don't carry that in their store. But you done fucked it up where you live at.
So, for example, for Sacramento's, where should they go? Should they go to Roseville?
Yeah,
Where
take
should
your
they
ass.
be?
Take your ass to Granite Bay.
They should be
Go to El Dorado Hills.
They should be in the 40s, the Fab 40s.
Well, the Fab 40s is residential for the most part. I'm saying if you're looting stores, rioting and looting and setting shit on fire, stores, go to these affluent neighborhoods. You want to know why? Because the white people get shit done. Now, there are some white people out there that are going to be like, you know what, this shit is wrong, and I understand, blah, 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 blah. There's going to be other white people out there that'll say, you know what, you can come ride and loot in my neighborhood if you want to, and that's going to give me the go-ahead to kill you.
It's
a double-edged sword.
yeah, there's gotta be.
But you got to find a better way.
What's his face? Lil Duval posted a video of, I think, an Iraqi woman explaining what happened when they were trying to like have change and overthrow whatever government, whatever. She was just saying that what ended up happening is that they took to the streets and like damn near lived in the streets for months and caused inconvenience
to the people in charge.
But hundreds of thousands of people died.
I'm sure.
In doing so. Which brings me back to my thing that I always say is that change don't come without blood.
Of course not.
Yeah.
Independence War.
Which sucks.
You wanted to be independent from England? Bloodshed.
Which sucks.
Civil War. You want to not be a slave? Bloodshed.
It don't make sense.
World War I, World War II, all these, any war, right, is because you didn't want something to happen. You don't want to do something. You don't want to be under somebody's regime. Bloodshed. Unfortunately.
Yeah,
should it be that way? Should it have to be that way? Absolutely not.
Don't make sense.
Why you can't have intelligent people sit down at the table? Because you don't look like me. You don't want to sit at the table with me because you think I don't have anything intelligent to say. Killer Mike posted this thing about this guy saying how slavery and keeping black people subservient is the cornerstone of, I believe it was America. And if you read it, it's the truth. This country is built on the backs of slaves.
Oh, yeah.
Yet, you cannot acknowledge black people as equals. If it wasn't for slaves, there would be no fucking crops, none of that shit. Your main cash crop was cotton. There would be none of that if it wasn't for slaves. There would be no sugar if it wasn't for slaves out there in the fields, cutting it down, chopping it down. And even when you have black people that want to try to farm their own shit, you still try to stop it by trying to steal their land from up under them, charging them more to process they crops than you do to white people. Charging them more for bank loans. That's time. Charging them more for bank loans than you do they white people, they white counterparts. So, like I said, until we can get black businesses, black owned business, and that's another thing. If there's a black owned business, support the black owned business. And this is what I'm going to say about black owned businesses. If you have a black owned business and you know that you want, I would hope that you want black people to be your primary clientele, please don't price your items way the fuck up here. And you know that our median household income is down the fuck here. But then you complaining that you don't have no black people buying your shit. Nigga, we can't afford it. Price your shit according to the black people's income if you want somebody to frequent your business. If you want some black clientele. If you can afford to buy black, buy black. And this is something else that bothers me.
Like Virgil. Did you see that?
I haven't seen it, but what happened?
Oh, because Virgil made Off-White, and Off-White is hella expensive.
It is hella expensive.
And he only donated $50 to the bailout shit or to protesters, some shit like that.
Wow, Virgil. Wow.
But like, it's just like he screenshotted it and posted it. Like,
why?
Oh,
I wouldn't have screenshotted no shit like that.
I've sent $50. I was like,
you should have kept that bullshit to yourself.
Oh, that was terrible.
But that's the other thing that I'm going to say. If you can afford to buy black, buy black. But don't go into a black store and say, oh, brother, let me get 2 for 50. No, you don't go in Target. You don't go in Walmart and say, oh, well, it's $10 for the shirt. But let me get 2 for $5. You don't do that. You don't ask them for no discount. The shit is priced as marked. So either you're going to buy it or you're not. However, like I said, don't go, and if you can't afford to shop in a black business, don't. If you can afford it, do so. Now, I'm pretty sure that Virgil probably have stockholders to answer to. Is Off-White, is it publicly traded?
I don't know. I think he did end up selling it though. So
because if it's publicly traded, then he has shareholders that he answers to. And them shareholders is most likely white. Yeah. So while you think you buying black because you buying Off-White, you buying white. The same.
I don't even think it was like a buying black with Virgil. It's more of a buying hype.
But I'm just saying, like, you think, okay, you know, we have this designer that used to work. I think he used to work for Louis Vuitton, and now he's got his own shit. And yeah, we're going to support him because he's a black designer. Yeah, support him because he's a black designer. But at the end of the day, please know that if Off-White is a publicly traded company, like I said, most likely them shareholders is white. And at the end of the day, you supporting white people. Billionaires. That's who you're supporting. I'ma just be real. Can't get a black grocery store because a black man can't get a loan to open up a grocery store. Can't become a grocery store chain.
And that's with banks.
Same thing with banks. There is a black bank.
No, I'm saying that's with, like, you can't get a loan because that's banks.
Right.
And
banks are predominantly run by whites. Not just whites. Old whites with old ties to old shit.
Exactly. And that don't change with a vote.
No.
Exactly.
But there is a black bank. So it's not that it can't be done. But I only have heard of one black bank.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, they reviews is shit.
Oh.
That's the unfortunate part about it.
What is it called?
I don't even remember.
I feel like I know one black bank, but it's like based out of Africa.
No, they're right here. These people is right here in the United States.
Mm.
So, can you change banking with the vote? No, but you can change practices. You can change the way the banks practice.
How? And what do you mean
Excuse
by
me.
that practice?
So banks are regulated by the federal government, right? Excuse me. So that type of stuff comes up on in bills and laws and stuff that get passed. Vote on these laws when they come up on your ballot. Read the measures. Read the stuff that comes out to you. Fucking register, do your census shit. So they know that it's black people in the area that you live in. Even though I feel like they still gonna gerrymander and rig the lines and all that kind of stuff, I feel like that's still gonna happen. But at the same, and that again goes back to who you put in office. Who's doing the gerrymandering? Who's rigging those lines to keep it so that this county ends here and this county starts here and this is the affluent and this is not? The people that you put in office. That's who's doing that. Or the people that you are not, because you're not voting. So the rich people are going to get their way because the poor people ain't voting. The poor people don't want to fill out the census because they scared they going to get their fucking food stamps and welfare and unemployment or taken away. Or somebody's going to come to your door and be, what the fuck are you doing over here? No, that's not what the census is for. Fill out your census, people. I'm trying to tell y'all. If you want to change, you have to be the change. And you can't make change with violence. That's not going to help you. You can't make change with breaking the law. That's not going to help you. If you want to do a sit-in or a protest or something that is civil, something that is peaceful, by all means, do just that. But like I said before, you think that this shit that comes out on these ballots don't have nothing to do with you, you are wrong. And if you don't understand a measure that is on your ballot, go to the fucking your local congressman, your local alderman, your mayor's office. Somebody in there can explain that measure to you, that law to you in layman's terms if you don't get it.
You can go to where?
You can go to your local alderman's office. You can go to your local mayor's office. You can go to your local congressman's office. They hire people to do this shit.
People don't even know that.
If you don't understand a ballot, if you don't understand a measure that's on the ballot, if you don't understand a law, a proposal that's on your ballot, go see your local congressman. Like I said, your local alderman. They hire people to help you do that. You can go to a fucking law school. They have people there that will help you understand that. They get law hours towards their education for helping you for free. They have law school interns that work at these places to help you to understand the laws and the measures that come up on your ballot if you don't get it. Take a pen and a pencil and a piece of paper with you. Don't show up empty-handed. Because when they give you this information, write the shit fucking down. Because then what you can do is go back to the next person that you know don't understand it and say, you know what, this is what this means. But if you don't go armed and prepared to gain that knowledge and to retain that knowledge, you can't pass it on to the next person. So why go? Go prepared. Be prepared. This shit is ridiculous.
I think change can happen, but we won't see it in this lifetime.
I don't think I'll see it in my lifetime, unfortunately.
I don't think I'll see it in mine either.
Which is fucking sad.
Yeah, it's wild to think that I have so much more life to go. And I still don't think it will be.
And like I said
But
before,
I guess it is progressing. Like,
stop
if you look
killing
at
each other. That's the shit that gets me. And you killing each other over stupid shit. Oh, you fucked my girl. Well, your girl fucked me. So what? You want to kill me over some pussy? You want to kill me over some dick? The fuck out of here with that shit. You want to kill me because I got on the wrong color? I looked at you in a way that you didn't feel was warranted? I don't even know you. Maybe the sun was in my eyes. Maybe that's just the look on my face all the time. Maybe I just got resting bitch face. Don't take it personal. Now, if I come up to you and start a problem, then maybe you should find out why I'm starting that problem. Don't reach for the gun all the time. Because 9 times out of 10, if I come up to you, I'm coming up to you civil to have a conversation. And that's another, when you come at your fellow black person, come at them from a place of understanding. Don't come at them off the bat from a place of violence. Why? We supposed to be able to understand ourselves. We supposed to be able to understand others that look like us. We're supposed to be able to show empathy for people that look like us. And we have yet to do that.
Because if they hate us, we hate us.
But you're taught to hate you.
Exactly.
By whom?
By them.
By society. But if you coming from a household that's telling you, love yourself.
Well, yeah. But that's not everywhere.
But that's what I'm saying. Parents, grandparents, my grandparents always taught us to love ourselves. I teach you to love yourself. My mother taught me to love and respect myself.
And that's why, like I said, I come from love. I come from a place of love.
And if you're not getting the love that you need in your household, God damn it, find it somewhere else. You got friends that got parents. Find the love fucking there. If you have siblings and you guys don't have the same mom or you guys don't have the same dad, if they get love from that other parent, find the love there. Find the love in your grandparents. Find the love in your aunts and uncles. Find the love. Find somebody that's going to tell you you are loved, you matter. You're worth it. Respect yourself. Respect your fellow man, especially your fellow black man. Show love. Show understanding. Show empathy. Because when you can understand what somebody else is going through, especially somebody that looks like you, we gonna be in a much better place, y'all. We really are. And I'm gonna tell y'all a story real quick. And it's kind of on the subject and it's kind of not, but it pissed me off. And my eye is burning and I don't know why. It's getting ready to tear up too because it's burning. So I'm gonna close my eyes. I was at the grocery store last week. It was this older black lady and this older black man parked in a handicap. She had, maybe about like 4 cases of water. 2 cases had the little bottles. 2 cases had the regular size bottles, the 16.9 bottles. She's in the handicaps parking spot. She is helping the older black man who I believe was on a cane or like one of them, them things with the wheels and the seat on them. But he had an assistant device to walk. She helping him get in the car. Now, somebody from the store, one of the attendants helped her bring her basket and stuff out because she's dealing with him. However, they take the basket to the trunk and leave it there. I looked at her while she is helping this man in the car. I said, ma'am, do you mind if I help you put your waters in the trunk? She said, thank you so much. They brought the basket to my car and left it here. I said, let me help you with that. I said, is there a certain place in your trunk where you want it? You know what I mean? I didn't want to smush anything else that she had purchased. But to me, when I look at stuff like that, I picture my grandparents. Would I want somebody just leaving my grandparents like that when they see that they need assistance? No. young black people, young black men walked by me putting these stuff in this lady's trunk. Not one of them stopped to help. Why?
Why are you surprised?
I'm just saying.
It's like, okay.
It's that kind of stuff where
That's
you see
fucked up.
somebody struggling of your own people and you walk by it and you do nothing.
Because we live in a
me society.
In an individualistic society.
And that's why you gonna riot, and that's why you gonna loot, and that's why you gonna not go nowhere, and that's why you gonna keep getting lynched.
I don't expect anything anymore. You know what I mean? I don't expect nothing.
I don't expect it either, but can you surprise me one time?
They don't want to do that.
Please?
Because I do that. Like the lady across the street, the Indian lady. It was a few weeks ago.
My eye feels so much better.
She was cutting the grass.
And she was struggling.
Yeah, she couldn't pull the
ripcord. Mm-hmm.
Yes, she was like, Mister, can you come help me? Like,
but instead of you notice that she's struggling, you didn't see like, let me go help.
No, I didn't.
Oh, you didn't see that she was struggling.
I had just pulled up.
Gotcha.
I had just came home. I just pulled up.
Okay. Please give me some context.
Yeah, no, yeah. So, I like get out because I don't have a garage door opener, so I have to get out the car, go unlock the front door, go into the garage.
I don't know why you don't just buy you one. They only $12 on Amazon.
It's fine. But anyway, I just had to explain. I got out the car and I see her like ripping it, and then that's when she asked like, and then of course I go over and help her and do it.
Exactly.
Just like little shit like that.
And it's that
like,
simple.
Yeah.
And it took a whole minute out of your day.
And it's like little shit like that though. Like I do that shit, but I know there's so many more people who don't do that shit.
Right, because you were raised that way.
Which is where shit get fucked up.
And it amazes me because a lot of people in your generation are raised by their grandparents and great grandparents. So how come this shit is not being taught? Because your grandma was 20 years old. 25, 30 years old being a grandma. That's why.
Are you saying right now?
Yeah.
Okay. What I'm going to say, as of right now, like I said, we're not going to see change in our lifetimes.
And that's sad. That makes me, that.
It depresses me every day.
That fucks with my heart. That fucks with my spirit.
That fucks with my mind. That's why I be in the house. Nigga, I know it's hate. But the hate, nigga, I keep saying the same shit. The hate outweighs the love. And it's going to stay that way. Till shit, I don't know when. Because they hate us so much. And they make up all this shit.
But that, it just...
The hate outweighs the love.
It's going to always incense me because... the people that discovered or made America brought Africans over here. So for you to hate the people that you brought here amazes me. I shouldn't even say amazes me, but it is the dumbest shit I've ever heard in my life.
They don't want to. It was a credit thing. Like,
I want to get credit for the fucking slave trade.
Breaking off the way that they did it, breaking off from Europe, finding their own shit, becoming their own people and shit. Mm-hmm. It's a credit thing. Like,
yeah, I want credit for this.
Yeah, I'm gonna show y'all
I discovered this.
That we can be alone from y'all. We could be away from y'all. We don't have to be
under your rule. We gonna start our own shit.
But we gonna make them do it.
Right.
Of course. So that's what we gonna fuck with y'all. And we see that y'all could potentially fuck us up. So we're gonna keep it the way that y'all can't fuck us up.
And that is why black men are given more time for the same crime than white men are given time for. Harsher sentences, longer sentences, killing, lynching, and all that's happening to black men because it is a fear. Yeah. Like she said, it is a fear of us actually retaliating.
Yeah.
So let me go out in the street as a white cop, as a white man in the South or wherever you're at, and modern day lynch this nigger. Because I need to strike fear to say we still on top and we can still do what we want to do and get away with the shit. Take note. That's what they telling you. That's what all this stuff is doing. Going back to Trayvon. Going back to Mike Brown. Going back to what's the young man name in New York that got choked out? Eric Garner.
He was older, but
I'm just saying we can do what we want to do to y'all. Let me show you how we gonna keep y'all in line by making a public display.
But it's
of murdering y'all, and you can't do shit about it because the minute you try to protest, we gonna plant somebody there. And I know that you can't tell me that they don't do it. We're going to plant somebody there that's going to get the riot started. And if you think they don't do it, watch your undercover policeman. Watch your plainclothes policeman.
There's people who want the equality, right? Blacks who want equality, you know.
I want equity.
Equity as in?
Equity as in I want my motherfucking piece of the pie. Even if you think I'm not equal to you, I want my stake in this shit.
Okay. So there's people like that, right? But there's also people who want to, yes, take revenge. There's probably even more people who want to take revenge. And they know that. So with the whole shit of like the love and hate, of course, there's gonna be love and hate. You can't have one without the other. The world is about balance. But like I said, right now it just outweighs.
But my thing is this: why would you? Example: if you grow up without a parent, without a mom, without a dad, either one or both, right? Why would you then turn around and have kids not to raise them? Why would you not say, let me be the opposite of what happened to me? Because I don't want anybody else to go through what I went through. Because that is what our grandparents, our great-grandparents tried to do.
That's what I'm
is
saying. Change
the trajectory
there's
so that we wouldn't have to go through what they went through, whether you see it like that or not.
There's 5 other people.
That's what it is.
There's 5 other black women that think opposite of you. That think that this is just how it is.
What?
I'm saying it's outweighed. So you could think like that.
Oh, you're saying I'm outnumbered. Too, gotcha.
By people who think opposite of you.
Who think, well, I was raised this way, so it's okay.
So it's just going to be like that.
And it is what it is. And
it is
the baby will just be how it come out. No.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. So
I understand, but I'm just saying, if you have a child, man, be in the child's life. That's going to make a world of difference. Love that child. And if you can't love that child, then don't fucking have it. Now, you could be mad about that and you could feel some kind of way about it. But I'm going to tell you, if you are not ready, if you cannot do for a child, don't bring it into the world. Period. Point blank. So whether that means closing your motherfucking legs, taking a birth control pill, getting the shot, putting the shit in your arm, getting the IUD, last resort abortion, plan B, don't do it. Rape is a different thing, because I know somebody out there gonna be like, well, what if they was raped? That's a totally different situation. Don't have a kid if you don't want a kid. Don't have a kid if you don't have the time and the love and the attention to give to it. Don't have a kid to put it off on your grandmother who's in her 70s or your great grandmother who's in her 70s to fucking raise. She's tired. She probably raised your dumb ass.
And failed.
Unfortunately, because now you doing the same thing that your fucking parent did. Don't do that. And if you are a black man out there and you have sons, be a goddamn role model. Your son shouldn't have to look up to motherfucking LeBron James. Because then when LeBron James do wrong, your son feel like he being let down. No, nigga, you was let down by your dad from the gate. Your kid's role model should be you as a parent. If your child can't come out their mouth and say, my parent is my role model, you are doing something wrong. Very wrong. Very wrong. My son might not like everything that I do, but God damn it, he will look up to me and say, you know what? My mom did right by me. I was loved. I was paid attention to. Off the bat, I was wanted. And I had a great childhood. I'm supported. For the most part, I'm being told the truth, whether I like it or not. I have a work ethic instilled in me, and I have values. And I know right from wrong. And I'm going to try to do the right thing more than I'm going to do the wrong thing. If your kids can't say that about you, you doing the wrong thing. And if you still of childbearing years, don't have no more motherfucking kids. Now you can feel how you want to feel about that.
I think honestly that's where I be wanting to be a polygamist. Because I think I would know how to care for a child, number one. And it would be putting so many more me's in the world. I would love to flood the market with myself.
But you have to be able to take care of those children
financially.
Course.
Of course, that will happen. But that's what I be thinking. Because it's not enough of us.
But see, it's a lot of people that think that, right? Oh, I put a whole bunch of kids in the world and be just like me, and then you a fucked up individual. So.
Yeah, of course. There's a lot of people who think like that. But yeah.
Love your fellow black man. Help your fellow black man. If you see somebody, when I see black people, for the most part, outside of a store, if they're saying that they're hungry, if they're outside of a store with a sign that they're hungry, I will buy you something to eat. I might not put no money in your pocket, but I will buy you something to eat with no hesitation. And I know I told this story before, but I had that happen to me. I had a young black man say he was hungry. We was right outside of a Carl's Jr. I told him I'll buy him something to eat. He told me never mind because I wasn't putting no money in his pocket. Then you're not really hungry.
Yeah. And that's that.
So help your fellow, but show empathy. That's time.
Niggas can't even say what's up.
Show empathy for your fellow black man. Care about your fellow black man. But in order to do that, y'all, We got to care about us. We got to care about ourselves. We got to care about ourselves in order to extend it to others. If you don't have it to give to yourself, you can't give it to nobody else. Whether it's love, whether it's respect, whether it is just, I don't even know what else to say. Whether it's empathy, if you don't have it to give to you, you can't give it to nobody else. So find a way to get it so you can give it out. Please remember, you have to give to get. You have to give respect to get respect. You have to give love to get love. You have to show empathy to receive empathy. You have to give to get. You reap what you sow. You have to give to get. You have to give your self-respect in order to get it from somebody else. You have to give yourself love in order to get it from somebody else. You get back what you put out. If you exude respect, if you exude love, if you exude happiness, if you exude empathy, you will get it back. If you put violence in the world, you will get it back. And it might not come back to you. It might come back to a family member. It might come back to a child because you don't have control on how that comes back into your life and who it takes a toll on.
That's what's so hard is trying to stay lit in a dark world.
But that's what I'm saying. Take time out, recharge your batteries. Take some time out and center yourself. Get what you need. There's somebody in your life that can light you.
There is.
When you feel like your light is going out, find that person in your world that can bring back that light to your darkness. Because there is somebody there that can do it, and you know who that person is. Don't be afraid to go to that person and say, you know what? I feel like my light is going out and I need some love. I've done it before. I do it on a regular. I had a friend not too long the other day. We was talking on the phone and they was yawning, and I noticed that normally now more so than now before. More so now than before, when I talk to them, they're yawning, they're tired all the time, and just, they're lethargic. Is just a different person sometimes. But they recognize that as one of the signs that they may be falling into a depression. So when you can recognize that, then you can get help before it spirals and you shut down. So that's why I say, if you feel like your light is going out, if you feel like you are losing your love, you know who the people are in your life that can relight you, that can put that love back into you so you can then exude it out to somebody else and get it back again. You got to give to get.
And it shouldn't be that hard
It should not.
to give.
It shouldn't. It's free. And it doesn't cost you anything to love somebody. It doesn't cost you anything to relight somebody that you know is a bright person and they just are dimming. They're having a dimming moment. It doesn't cost you anything but kindness to relight that person.
You know, it's crazy.
To love that person.
I feel like it's wild to see this have come and Nip not be here. I feel like he would be frontline in this shit. That shit makes me sad. That shit makes me sad as fuck. Because he was a light. No doubt. So that shit makes me sad as fuck. And then it's like, it's a part of me that appreciates everything being recorded, and then there's a piece of me that's like,
No, because it's like murder porn.
It's traumatic
It's murder porn.
because you keep watching it, but at the same time, it's like if the shit wasn't being recorded, it wouldn't be known. It would just get flushed.
So that's why I say, man, that young man that killed Nipsey Hussle had no light. And unfortunately, he didn't go to the right people to brighten his light,
But
or
it
to
seemed like,
or to get the love, because he extinguished somebody else's light. He extinguished a light.
and it seems like
He was so full of hate.
love conquers all. I don't think so.
I wouldn't say I don't think so.
I don't
But you
think
have
so.
to get it. You have to want to receive it. You have to want to receive it.
Okay, love might conquer all, but hate is stronger than love.
I don't know.
I think that that's a valid thing.
I don't know about that. I don't know if I believe that. I feel like hate is more anger fueled, and therefore it might seem like it's stronger, because when people are mad, right?
Hate is more short-term effective.
But it's the wrong effect.
Yeah, but it's effective in doing what it wants, to.
And accomplishing the goal of
There we go.
extermination.
Or yeah,
Because that's what it's doing.
yeah. It's easier to kill somebody than help them grow.
Right.
It's quicker to kill somebody
Right.
than to help them grow.
And what I don't understand about that is I don't think that young people, or I'm gonna say I'm gonna stick to young people. I'm gonna stick to black people because that's what we're talking about. I don't think that young black people think about when you kill somebody, you are taking away a son, a daughter, a mom, a sister, a brother, aunt, an uncle, a niece, a nephew. You are taking them away from their family. But not only are you taking them away from their family, you're taking yourself away from yours. Because
Yeah.
if you don't go to prison, you're going to be forever looking over your shoulder, forever on the run. That's taking yourself away from your family. And if you do go to prison, you're still taking yourself away from your family that needs you.
And if you don't get killed by your own, you gotta look over your shoulder for a cop.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
That
So
might wanna
like
take your
I'm,
life.
you know,
And I've seen like 3 of those videos throughout this whole protest shit of cops killing black people.
I need
and
for
the protest
people to
shit.
think beyond the situation. Think beyond the anger.
Think long term.
Think long term, because if you thinking right now, right here, right now,
Think marathon.
exactly. It's not a sprint. It's not a sprint.
That's why you don't stop running.
I'm gonna need y'all to think beyond. I'm gonna need you to think beyond yourself. I'm gonna need you to think beyond today. Case in point. With that being said, situation happened the other night. Young man gets stabbed by a girl that don't even have nothing to do with the situation at hand. She has a child. She's a mom. He's a dad. Let's say that superficial wound that you caused would have been fatal. You taking him away, you taking you away. You're not thinking beyond. And it don't even have shit to do with you.
Most people aren't thinking.
So you jumped in somebody else's situation that didn't have shit to do with you to potentially go to jail.
Like I said, I feel like there's so many more people who aren't thinking than are thinking. And if that's not the case, I don't see it.
I don't understand, y'all. I don't understand. I'm having a hard time. And I'm going to say this too. I might not know you. You might be somebody in the comments. If you need some love, come get some love. If you feel your flame flickering, say something. I don't mind relighting your flame. I have no problem with that. At all.
A candle loses nothing lighting another on fire.
I have no problem with that. The people that leave stupid shit in the comments, you need love. Because obviously, you're not getting none. Because if you was, you wouldn't be hating. Simple as that. So even if you leave a comment, and I'm going to read all the comments on this podcast.
Ain't gonna be none.
We gonna see.
They don't care.
And even if you show hate or indifference, I'm going to love you. I'm going to be kind to you because it costs me nothing to do so.
That's like that one dude who commented on my Instagram post.
Oh, I saw that. I didn't read the whole thing, but I saw it.
See, I read it, and what he said was, nobody can die from being knelt on their neck.
Oh, yeah.
And the guy already been arrested. Stop giving him attention.
Okay. So let me put my foot on your neck for 8-9 minutes and we'll see how you do.
Yeah, that was my thing, because I was like, okay, yeah, in a regular, maybe.
And my next question to him is, are you a medical doctor?
He was like, he said the autopsy don't lie.
That was an autopsy done by the county coroner's office, who works in conjunction with the district attorney, who works in conjunction with the police.
What blew me was that I clicked on his profile because, like, I just wanted to see. And this was a black man. And I'm like, you're low-key making it okay by saying that, oh, it's just common sense. Nobody can die from a knee on their neck. And he had underlying health conditions. You didn't hear him say he had health conditions in the video?
So if he had underlying health conditions, what makes you think it's okay to put your foot or your knee on the back of his neck?
And like
for 8 to 9 minutes.
And make it even worse.
Right.
Aid in the killing.
Right.
Aid in the underlying health conditions.
Exactly.
So I was just like, bro, you're a black man and you're kind of making this okay. So I didn't want to respond. I don't have nothing of love to say. I'm just not going to respond because I'm like, I would have ended up like saying some shit like that. Like, what's wrong with you? And you married an Asian woman. Which, fuck.
Oh, uh-oh. We out of room, y'all. Stand by. He got to delete some shit. Hopefully we'll still just have a black screen with the audio still happening. Yes, that's exactly what happened. Okay, wonderful. So I'm going to keep talking while you're doing what you're doing. Sounds good. But yeah, that man obviously is not a medical doctor. He's not a county coroner.
No.
It doesn't sound like he has any type of a degree to give the information that he's giving, because he said, oh, it's common sense. Well, common sense is not common is what I was told.
That's why I posted what I posted. And it's like, nigga, look, you dumbass.
Because to me, common sense would be like taking the umbrella out in the rain. But a lot of people don't.
See, and when I posted it too, I said to the bitch nigga who commented under my last post.
Oh, Lord.
And then I edited it and just took the bitch out and just like just the nigga. Cause see, like that could be potentially hate. And I was like, damn, like that don't sound good. But at the same time, it was like, nigga, like it was me, like,
yeah. And my
like,
thing
you
is,
dumbass.
But see, the love part comes in when you attempt, right, to educate him.
That was the love?
That's the love.
Oh, okay, cool. But yeah, I was like, this nigga's married to
That's
an
the
Asian
love.
woman anyway, and trying to make it okay.
But you attempted to say.
And justify why.
Yeah. But you attempted to educate
The
him.
autopsy's always right.
And say, hey,
you
sir.
Weird ass nigga, get the fuck out of my.
Right. Hey, sir. Even though.
Which way? Let me clear up. I'm not against interracial dating and Asians and all that shit. I'm just like, the nigga's obviously clearly not for his people. Just those two put together.
Yeah.
Like, come on, my nigga.
But like I said, if you're not a medical doctor, you're in no position to say what common sense is when it comes to medical conditions.
We get it.
And or somebody exasperating that medical condition. Because you don't know what his underlying health condition might have been. Maybe he had some vertebrae in his neck fused together. You don't know that.
We don't.
And that man putting that knee or that foot on his neck exasperated that. Maybe it broke that fuse that he had. You don't know what was wrong with that man. So you're in no position to say that common sense is going to tell you that that's not going to kill somebody.
It was just wild. I don't see anybody really commenting on that shit. Like I said, nobody really be commenting anyway. But don't be trying to put out other people's light.
Like I said, man, you need to have your candle relit. Say something. You need some love. Say something. I'll be more than happy to do so. It don't cost me nothing but kindness. A minute out my day. And if it takes longer than a minute, I'll be happy to spare it. More than happy to spare it. And give you what you need, because you obviously not getting it nowhere else. So I wanted to get that off my chest because it was bothering me. It's been bothering me. You know, when I have grandparents that can't get the medication that they need because somebody done fucking looted and burned down the goddamn CVS where they get their prescriptions. That bothers me. When it's other older people that have fought for your right to be able to protest, and you are impeding them in getting what they need in neighborhoods that they live in, that bothers me. Find another way to channel your anger.
Yeah, because that shit definitely will not be won through violence. Because it's just going to be more killings.
All this anger, all this energy that you have, channel your energy into something that's going to actually make a difference. Because the only difference that you're making right now is furthering the agenda of the eradication and the extermination of Black people. That's what you're doing. You're assisting in that. You're aiding that.
So what's the takeaway?
The takeaway is vote, channel your energy into something that's going to actually help and not hinder. Well, let me rephrase that. Channel your energy into something that is going to help the advancement of Black people. Don't channel your anger into something that is advancing the eradication and extermination of Black people. Love. Give love, get love. Give love to yourself. Give love to others. You will get love back. Same thing with respect. Give it, get it. Give it to yourself. Give it to others. Get it back. It's a circle.
It's a circle. And white people, we not trying to overthrow y'all. We just want a peace.
Yeah, we just want a peace. How come we can't have a piece of something that we built?
We're just trying to,
Or
split
something
it in
that our
half.
ancestors built. You know how much money black people spend on consumer goods?
We're just trying to split it in half.
Come on now.
I mean, of course, there are some people who probably do want to overthrow y'all, but me personally, I don't necessarily want to overthrow y'all. Just
I
give
want
me
a seat
piece.
at the table.
Just give me half.
We want a seat at the table.
Y'all get half, we get half.
We want a seat at the table.
I think we deserve, 70-30, but
Because the systematic
hey,
racism and
we
the
could do
systematic
50-50.
split of families is
That's ridiculous.
crazy. It's crazy. And you don't think about the past in your
What was this
future.
shit? 1 in 3 black men will be in prison. That was crazy when I saw that shit today. 1 in 3. Not 5, not 10, not 20. 3. I was like, damn, I don't like those chances. Because looking at it, niggas in our family, hell motherfuckers been locked up.
1 in 3.
1 in 3. That is wild.
1 in 3.
That is wild.
Chasing, most likely chasing after an American dream that was never there for you to attain. It was never put there for you to attain. Even for you to think about aspiring to attain it. It's not there for that purpose.
That's why I be trying to go to Africa.
Then you have to think, are you going to be welcome there?
Hopefully.
Just because you black, you not African.
Hopefully.
Remember that.
I feel like it'd be better than this shit.
I say get you a passport and go visit.
I feel like it'd be better than this shit.
That's what I say.
I do need to get in. Did you schedule the appointments?
I didn't. I need to. Get you a
Like
passport
for real.
and go visit.
I need to get a passport.
Go experience the culture.
Like for real. Make that happen.
All right. Please.
Cause niggas got the
Thank
dough.
you.
Por favor.
All right.
Gracias.
Uh-huh. So yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, to me, that's the takeaways. Those are the takeaways. If you got kids, please raise them correctly. I'm tired.
Correctly.
Because I'm so tired. I'm tired of these little girls trying to do what they see in these videos. I'm tired of the videos promoting the wrong thing. I'm tired of the songs promoting the wrong thing. I'm just done. I'm done. And I'm going to tell you right now, if your music does not incorporate some kind of positivity and something that's uplifting, I'm not listening to that shit. And I feel like y'all should be canceled. I'm going to tell you, I don't give a fuck who mad and who ain't mad. You should be canceled. You ain't talking about nothing positive, and all you could talk about is sucking a dick or licking a pussy or selling some crack or selling some blow and how much jewelry you got and dropping it low and twerking and all that. You should be canceled. You don't have anything uplifting to say and telling a young lady or a young man how to further themselves without using their body. You should be canceled.
How else do they do it? You got to give them.
How else do they do what?
alternatives.
Write some shit that's positive.
Oh, okay.
You right. That's what you do,
okay.
right? You make music. You make art. Make some positive art. Make some uplifting art.
But it's not profitable, mother. That's why they don't do it.
Well, then find another way to make money. Find another talent. Because most people that are artists, most people that are gifted, that are what's the word I keep telling you that you are? Creative. Most people that are creative, gifted creatively, have multiple outlets in which they use their creativity. Most people that make music can do other shit like draw, write movies, produce podcasts. It's other shit that you can do. Most creative people have multiple outlets of creativity that they tap into. So, find another way. If that's what you want to rap about is the jury and all this and all that, that's fine. Rap about it. But rap about a positive way to get it. Don't rap about selling drugs to get it. Don't rap about, oh, you got to move the quarter brick of blow and the pound of blow and I got to move a bird. No. Because guess what? That's how 1 in 3 black men go to jail.
She's yelling, selling is a sin. So is telling young men that selling is a sin if you don't offer new ways to win.
Exactly.
The dolphin go shake his fin, regardless if he gets in or out of water. Most
the new way to win, give love, get love. Give respect, get respect. Find a way to channel your energy into something that's going to actually make a difference. And if you can't do that, then sit your monkey ass down some goddamn where until you figure it out. Go punch a clock like everybody else until you figure this shit out. And if you don't want to punch a clock, then goddamn it, come up with a legitimate way to make money. Therefore, you can hopefully feed some of your money into the solution and not your energy into the problem. And if you don't want to do either one of those things, then just sit down and be a sheep. But go vote. Put the people you want to see in office in office. Put like-minded people, people that think like you. People that hopefully look like you in office. In your local offices. That's where it's going to start. You have to put the people in locally in order for them to move up on a national stage. That's where it's going to start. It has to start within a community, but we have to be a community in order to start within the community. And there is no sense of community because we so busy being I, and not we.
That's what Duval said too.
It's I and they.
Vote.
It's not we. And until, like I said before, until there's a we, a collective, respective we.
Well, not everybody's trying to be big dog, top dog, show you did.
Too many chiefs, not enough Indians.
Yeah.
I vote
But
Killer Mike for president.
I guess I don't even like dealing with people no more because I know that that's what it's like.
Killer Mike for president.
If he runs.
He probably won't, but Killer Mike for president.
What did I just say?
Cause what was the song? Is it 40 acres and a mule? That's the song.
You asked me some shit about Killer Mike. I don't
he
know
was
shit
like,
about Killer Mike.
Kill every man, child, woman. We seen the ship coming. That's what we should have did. Sent that shit back to the queen and said, fuck you. But, you know, unfortunately, and I'll say the I started early, right? You can go back to the slave trade. I started early. I am selling you to profit.
Yeah.
Fuck a we.
Currency.
Because they are from a different tribe. Or you or they owe somebody some money. You a slave anyway.
Currency can kiss my ass. I'm not talking about the rapper. You know, it's funny. Well, okay, it's funny. It's funny. Anyway, so black people built the country. Mexicans maintained it. Latinos and blacks stand together. Black Lives Matter.
But then you got the issue that some Latinos they pass. And when they can do so,
They what?
pass.
Pass what? It's not going to now because it was a whole nother.
They pass.
I just gotta watch it.
Meaning they pass for white.
Oh.
So they pass. When they can pass, they will.
They're light enough.
Right. So when they can pass, they will. When they can't is when they won't.
Mm.
And that's when they want to say, brothers and all that type of shit.
Not all of them. But I can see what you're saying. Like the majority.
Thank you. The majority that can pass will. And those that can't won't. The same thing that was black people in the South a long time ago when it was the slave masters and, raping the slaves and all that. If you was light enough to pass as white, you did. Because you got treated better.
Yeah. It's just, it's common sense, right?
Common sense is not common.
No, I'm saying like it was a ha-ha moment.
Of him. I got it. The dude in your comments.
Yes, incorporating that with it's common sense. It's easier to just pass as white because you get treated better.
Right.
So it's like common sense. I have to explain it. It's not funny anymore. Anyway.
I got it, but yeah.
Oh, this shit about to die.
All right.
Kinda.
That's it.
I see it blinking.
That's it. I love y'all.
I appreciate everybody who
tap in,
who aren't
tune in.
Black, standing up.
I do, but don't be a poser.
Yeah, be for real.
Go out taking pictures of the goddamn stores like your ass was there breaking glass.
Yeah.
The fuck out of here. Don't do that.
Y'all be safe.
For real.
Be smooth.
I mean, COVID-19.
It's still a lot
of
civil
unrest.
Yeah, we had.
It's too much.
It's a civil war going on right now, as well as a biological war, which is coronavirus
against black people.
All against black people. Wild, right? We got COVID and we got cops. Cops, COVID. So I need y'all to be smart. I need y'all to be safe. And yeah, holla at me. Anything else you want to say?
I love y'all. Come get some love. Come get some light.
All right.
Do the right thing.
Wesley Snipes.
Wesley Snipes.